What's up, YouTube? If you're on my channel right now, chances are y'all are kind of into rocketry, because I'm gonna be real, it's a pretty small channel. Anyways, if you're on this video, and you're in the US, you probably know what this is right here, right? The Estes rocket motor, an Estes rocket motor. Um, and, it works, it's cheap, it's affordable, same thing. It's available, as far as rocketry stuff goes, like, other rocketry stuff you gotta order, buy from, some vendors, This you can just find at a hobby store, right? It gets the job done, it's cheap, it's pretty nice. And Estes pretty much has a monopoly on the low power rocketry motor business here in the US. Now, as you can see, made out of cardboard, the propellant used is black powder propellant, which is used pretty commonly in low power, because if you have the right machines to do it, like Estes does, then it is very cheap and very easy to mass produce and manufacture. Once you're at a larger size, though, it becomes kind of dangerous to use, unstable, not really viable. That's why you shift to ACPC, I think, ammonium ACPC, I think that's Mexican food. Ammonium perchlorate composite propellant, kind of like what they use in actual space shuttles. But actually, there is another brand out there that makes composite motors for low power rockets, and that would be Quest, which is now owned by Aerotech. Now, Quest, back in the day, before it was purchased by Aerotech, it made black powder motors just like Estes, and I think they still do in the form of their Micromax motors, which are like really, really small motors. But that's besides the point. Anyways, after they were purchased by Aerotech, who manufactures mid to high power composite motors, they introduced this Q-Jet line, which are low power composite motors. Now, these are not nearly as widespread as the Estes motors. You can go to you can just go to a normal hobby shop, like Hobby Lobby, and you can find these guys. But these I had to order online. They're a little bit more expensive, like marginally more expensive. I think I got a pack of these for like 15 bucks for 2. This I got for like 3 for 12, so it's a little bit cheaper. And this video, the point of it is not really to say that which one's better, because really it's just it's dealer's choice. Whichever one you want to use is up to you. But I just want to kind of showcase this. I have 2 here, actually. These are C12-4FJs. So with this, you can see a couple cool features that the Estes motors don't have. One, they just kind of look cooler, These things are in like cardboard cases. They kind of look like those things that you can get like rolls of like coins in, You know what I'm talking about? These look cooler. They're made out of like plastic. Cooler colors. Another thing, as you can see, it says FJ, Black Max. So the Q-Jet motors do come in a couple, like 2 different colors. It's like black or white propellant. That's pretty cool. You can't do that with black powder. And the big thing, C12. You got a lot more options, because composite propellant is just more powerful, has more energy per gram of propellant. So, Estes does have pretty much C12. They have C11 thrust motors, and they have D12 motors, but only in 24 millimeter diameter. These are 18 millimeter diameter motors. You can get the Q-Jets in C12 and D something in 18 millimeter diameter. So if you want your 18 millimeter rockets to go just a little bit higher, then Q-Jet's the way to go. And again, it looks cooler. And one last thing is ignition. From what I hear, they ignite a little bit more reliably than Estes, because they're composite. So here's the igniters. Instead of the Estes motors, right, they have these guys. You stick them in it's a fiddly process. This, you take them all the way in, the igniter all the way in, you hook it up, and you set it off. So from what I hear, it's a little bit more effective, a little more efficient. The Q-Jet, they actually come with some thrust information. Look at that, D16, that's powerful. Total impulse, all that. The A's are maximum impulse, they put as much thrust that they can in these motors. That's really cool. I think the Estes like motors, I think they have a chart too. I think like their A's don't actually go up all the way to 2.5. Anyways, in this video, we're dragging this little part on a little too long. I'm gonna use the Sidekick here, load both of these guys up, launch it, you know. I think it's actually gonna be a cool test because again, I've heard that these are more efficient in lighting, so hopefully, ideally, these are more likely to like go off at the perfectly right time, you know, so it doesn't be unstable and all that, because this is a cluster motor. You know, sometimes maybe, I don't think it's likely, one motor might go off, one might not, flies unstable. We don't want that. I mean, this is so unlikely anyways. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna stop, you know, blabbering on. Let's launch this guy. 2, 1. All right. So guys, I'm recording this pretty late after the launch here, because, well, honestly, I'm a lazy bum. As you saw, the little bit that you saw, I'm sorry about the recording. It's not great. We couldn't get much video of the actual launch. I don't know, it just caught us off guard. I think it might have gone a little faster than usual. I don't really think so. I think it just caught us a bit off guard. It's been a while since we've launched. So I did include a pretty slow-mo just so you can see. As you can see, the smoke, the exhaust was a lot blacker. It's like a different color. That was pretty cool. I mean, it is the blackjack propellant or whatever. Otherwise, if I'm being completely honest, I know you guys couldn't have seen. I'm sorry again, but if I'm being completely honest, the launch was overall pretty much the same. I didn't really notice much significant difference. Let's actually take a look at them. This is a very nice looking rocket, by the way. Sidekick is a very cool Estes rocket. It's unique. I gotta recommend it. Pull them out. I had to take the stickers off. Come on out. Holding my phone. I have to do this with. Might need tweezers, might need pliers, whatever they're called. Let me grab a couple. Okay, so, oh my goodness. You're welcome for the amazing, this is the content that I know you all come for. Here's what they look like. I had to take the stickers off because they wouldn't fit otherwise. It was kind of it's fairly tight fit. I think the Estes rockets are a little bit looser, but I mean, these are so cool looking. Like, this is so much cooler looking than the Estes rockets. The Estes ones, they're cardboard tubes. These are they're like black. They feel like rocket motors. They're like plastic. It's awesome. Sorry if I have like a little lisp or if my voice sounds a little weird. I got my Invisalign retainer in, so it's kind of catching on my tongue, and I sound like Mike Tyson. Anyways, another thing, the one big different part was the what's it called? Ignition, not ignition, you know, loading in the igniters. They are the longer igniters. So these are core burning motors. So the Estes ones, right, so you have the propellant. The igniters are real short. They go in right here. You set it off and it burns this way. These ones, they burn outwards, you know. Then there's a delay at the end. And so they burn outwards. So you need, and then you stick the, what's it called? The igniter much deeper in there. Because right here, about right here, they have a delay charge, which is like a normal black powder one, I think. And it's a fair bit longer than the ones they have in black powder motors. Because it's going off the entire time the motor is burning, and then once it burns out, the delay charge still goes. And it starts like right here. And that one's a straight burning, whatever it's called, until it hits the delay charge, which is stored in this little hexagonal compartment here. So you need the deeper igniters to reach the delay charge. But it's kind of nice though. It took a little getting used to, but I feel like they're tighter in there. I felt like it was more likely to successfully ignite. Like, you know, those Estes ones, they kind of fall out real easily, and you know, sometimes I'm worried they just won't ignite because it's not in deep enough. This one I wasn't worried about. The other thing was, with the Estes igniter or controller, it worked just fine, the Pro Series 2. I'm not sure if it would work with like a Estes Electron controller. I know like the bigger, medium-powered Aerotech motors and stuff, they need like a head. They can't use the Electron one. They need higher voltage. But these ones are smaller, so I don't know. I will say one more thing. It came down quite well, but it really did a number on my, whatever these things are called, these recovery streamers. Look at this, it's like melted. Now, I used, the motors, they came with like orange recovery wadding. I don't know if there's any different from the Estes ones. I forgot to use them. I used the Estes ones. I put in about as much as I would use for a C motor, or like as much, even if not more, for a C motor and a body tube of this diameter. But I mean, I guess the delay was just more powerful, especially on this guy right here, I guess, because it melted more. Who knows? Maybe the I should have used, if I had used the other ones, the Pro, the what are these called now? Oh, the Q-Jet wadding, the ones that came with it. It might not have happened, but it's okay. You know, this stuff's these streamers are pretty cheap to buy. So overall, I mean, it wasn't like a catastrophic failure, catastrophic mistake. But overall, these are cool. Were they worth it? I mean, sure, yeah, fun experience. Obviously, I'm not gonna like exclusively buy these now. I'm gonna stay mostly with Estes because you could get them anywhere and they're a bit cheaper. But overall, they're pretty cool. So that's the Estes Q-Jet. Sorry again about the footage. You know, should have followed it better, but it's in the past now, I guess. These are really cool looking. Yeah, at least y'all were able to see the different colored exhaust or whatever. I don't know, I'm pretty sure, I know they come, this is the fast jack propellant. I think they come with a white lightning propellant as well you can get, which puts out a white smoke. Then the big Aerotech composite motors of larger sizes, they have all sorts of colors like Mojave green, blue something, red strike or something, you know, all this awesome stuff. But yeah, that's I guess that's my first composite motor launch. Didn't feel any different, didn't sound any different, smells just as bad. But yeah, really cool, really cool. Thanks for watching, guys.